Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. Call hello Yahweh by Shimi al Shai by Shemrakah Wadash. Of course, once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and the byways pushing the truth across the four corners of this earth. While time permits us to do so, and we can wake up the remaining hopefully like this is Naaman with the DC camp, Great Millstone. Back for another video, and in this one, more and more people. One more Jake being unalive. Let's go real quick. All right, this is the site Introvert Rockstar. All right, let's go all the way down here a couple of weeks back as far as I go. All right, let's see. Prime truck driver, because he is himself a truck driver. Jason Pearson, suspicious disappearance. All right. Exotic dancer Chauncey Dixon unalive by Uber driver. Hairstylist Caitlin Elizabeth unalive by truck driver. Alright. 37-year-old trucker David White unalived in Nashville, Tennessee. 31-year-old trucker Evan Bryant unalived in Sundown Town. Alright. He goes in the Lake Lanier earlier video. Let's go back up. 16-year-old Kaylee Jones collapsed. Teachers watched her die. Yep. 36-year-old black truck driver unalived in Newton, Mississippi. Another truck driver, Tremaine White, unalived in Liberty, Mississippi. Western Express trucker Jalen Allen unalived in Montego, Tennessee. I think that's how you say it. 29-year-old mother Maisha Sharp found deceased in Sundown County. The day cops, that's something else. That's about, it says 24-year-old Felicia Johnson unalived after traveling to Houston, Texas. Houston native DeAndre Ford unalived after leaving nightclub. FBI investigating after Denoris Richardson found hanging. All right. 25-year-old Felita Bailey unalived in Amarillo, Texas. And going to Angola State Prison. Let's see. 19-year-old Sade Robinson unalived in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 46-year-old mother Lashiki Hill missing in Racine, Wisconsin. 23-year-old James Cooper found hanging from a pole in Metcalfe, Mississippi. Army vet Dante Perez found hanging in White Plain Township, Pennsylvania. 53-year-old Frank Tyson unalived by Canton, Ohio police. 30-year-old mother Christine Fields unalived by Brooklyn doctor. And the one we'll be going over today, Navy sailor Devin Jeter found deceased in a Georgia river, which has a history. Yet we can't get a hate crime bill. Go figure, right? Let's go ahead and get into the video.
Now, when I first saw this story, I saw it on 11 Alive. And I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, wait, why didn't y'all post a picture of him in his uniform? Why y'all just post a picture like this? And it looked like an older picture. But you know, when it comes to these news networks, how they look at our people, they don't really care about our people. So they do that all the time. And I'm reading the story and I'm like, wait, he was found in the river in Georgia. And you know where my mind went to. So I scrolled down the comment sections just to see if somebody thinking the same way I'm thinking. And I found the comment. Same thing happened to one of my granddad's brother. Coming back from war, was kidnapped by KKK and unalive left in the river. And the police tried to blame Wayne Williams for it and blame for all those child murders in Atlanta. But we know who really was doing it for real, for real. And the Wayne Williams story, that's another story for a different day because I got to do my research on that. But I could believe it. I could believe that KKK was really unaliving black kids and black people and blaming it on black people. Especially in Georgia, just look at how many black people they was hanging by ropes. Look at the number. And that's only the number they tell us. But by reading where he was traveling to and by reading what river he was in, this story made sense to me. I just wanted to make sense to y'all, so let's get right into it. GBI seeks public's help in Telfair County death investigation. Telfair County, Georgia, November 14, 2024. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is seeking information from the public that will aid in the investigation into the death of 25-year-old Devin Jeter of Scottsdale, Georgia. Jeter's body was found in the Ocmulgee River near Lumber City, Georgia. And
so you can already imagine where this is going. All right, let me get this out of the way. It's copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, all of which I'm doing, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All right, so yeah, what's happening here? Same old, same old. You know, it's a shame that our people are still so trusting in this system. All right. Despite all the fucking games that are played, still, this so-called immigration crisis, which was something that they did, and all of a sudden these people are like, they had a huge group of them coming up until, Trump won, supposedly, and now a lot of them have turned around. But the government set that up. This was done on purpose, and who knows how many, these people, the administration is coming in now, supposedly is going to execute this massive repatriation of, Issachar back into, out of the United States, supposedly. All right. And these, somehow these racist ass Edomites have found their nuts again. But in the meantime, some have just suggested, as he was going into, with all these deaths, and this one in particular, some have suggested that, we bring back the Green Book thing. But I'm like, it's too late for all that. Jake has to know, have enough sense, because unfortunately, a lot of the younger generation, they're under this, they're in this mindset that, it's all right now, and they're going to get, you see the number I just went through in the last month, all right, because what? Not having or being taught actual true history, it's like our people are ashamed of it, and this is something that could save your life. You're too trusting of your enemy. This man is still our enemy, man and woman, I must stress. All right, continuing on.
Was found in the Ocmulgee River near Lumber City, Georgia. And y'all know me, I have to look up the race demo to see what type of people we're dealing with in this county. And this is what I found about Telfair County. 46.6% white, 35% black, 4.6% white Hispanic. So you can add that to the white. So we can say it's over 50% white people. So that's what we're dealing with. When you have majority of them, it's going to be hard to get to the truth. When you have majority of them, it's going to be hard for them to tell you what really happened, because all these people are on the same team. On November 11, 2024, at about 12:55 p.m., a local fisherman discovered a body at the boat landing along the Ocmulgee River. The deceased was soon identified as Jeter, who had been reported missing by his family to Atlanta Police Department 3 days earlier on November the 8th. So he went missing November the 8th. They found his body November the 11th. So we have to know everything that happened. What phone calls was made, who he talked to, what type of car he was driving. And then I look on the maps. I'm like, okay, did he stop for food? Did he stop because he knew someone in the area? I travel this route all the time to go to Georgia, to Jacksonville, all the time. So, and I never stop for food because around that area, even though it's a lot of black people, it's also a lot of racism. Because like I tell y'all, America is stuck in 1960. But when you go in Georgia, Georgia is stuck in 1935. That's facts. Jeter was last known to be at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta Airport on the night of November 7th, where he rented a 2024 silver Jeep Compass with Florida license plate EWAG 47. He was reportedly headed to Jacksonville, Florida, where he was stationed in the U.S. Navy. When Jeter didn't show up for work the next day, his co-workers alerted his family, prompting them to report him missing. So now we can see that he picked up the car the night of November the 7th, so he drove overnight. So again, that tells me a lot that I need to know. He also called the airport and told them the Jeep was missing and he didn't get a police report. Now, any normal person would get a police report. So what would make him not get a police report? Did somebody kidnap him? Did somebody make him make that phone call? And then I looked, it was a 2024 Jeep Compass. He rented it. And I'm like, okay, does this Jeep Compass has a GPS? Does it have a tracking system? And this is what I found. Now, I want y'all to remember that Jeep has a tracking system. An autopsy conducted at the GBI Coastal Crime Lab found no apparent injuries. I want y'all to remember that. However, investigators are awaiting further forensic tests to provide further insights. Meanwhile, the rented Jeep Compass has not yet been located. So we done got an autopsy already. They done already said no injuries. Why is this happening every time? Every time something like this happens, the first thing they say in the autopsy or when the police see the body, oh, it's no injuries. How do we know that?
Speak English like a native in just 3 weeks with our AI tutor.
My English not good.
And you always...
See, here we go again, another at the hands of persons unknown, right? For those of you that know of the book. All right. It's the same old shit. Yet we can't get a hate crime bill. Go figure. Let's see. Just for the hell of it. Let's see. All right. Let's look into this. Joe Biden signs anti-lynching bill. The 117th Congress, 2021 to 2022. Sponsor, Bobby Rush, Illinois, former Panther. Let's see. HR 55. All right. March 29, 2022. The bill makes lynching a federal hate crime offense. Specifically, the bill imposes criminal penalties, a fine, a prison term of up to 30 years, or both, on an individual who conspires to commit a hate crime offense that results in death or serious bodily injury, or that includes kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill. All right. That's all fine and dandy. How many centuries? I believe this was first proposed in 1917 during the First World War. And let's see. So you're talking about 105 years later? And still, even with this situation or situations like this, you still have to prove, and we all know that, well, he's going to get to, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to let him, and I'm going to bring this issue back up.
always have to watch these people's wording. What does no apparent injuries mean? It's always in their words where you have to watch. That's where they get us at. That's how they try to trick our people. And then you say you couldn't find the Jeep. The Jeep has a tracking system. You could find the Jeep if you wanted to. And this is the part that really tripped me out because I never really see this. It said the GBI is urging the public to help solve this case. So wait, it's 2024. You got all these cameras on buildings, all these Ring cameras, and you didn't see nothing? You didn't see his route? He's renting a car. He's renting a 2024. You don't know his track. You don't know when something happened with the car, someone stole it and went a different way. You can't
See, and you, Jay, a lot of you that aren't, you know, up on what's really going on, you don't understand that these are these curses that were put upon us. This is why these things are happening, because we're being chided. We're being, let's go to, and this, you know, this is Deuteronomy 28. Blessings for obedience, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that the Most High Yahweh will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. It says that earlier in this book, Deuteronomy 7:6, right? And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power. But guess what we did? Curses for disobedience. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And he go on to what? Curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field. No matter where you go, can't outrun these curses. Let's see, 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Look at our people. Just going about the city. Actually, anywhere. Our people ain't right. And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways, and thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man will save thee. Not Martin Luther King, not Nat Turner, damn sure not Al Sharpton, or none of these, not Farrakhan, or any of these motherfuckers. All right, and let's get what it says about these curses being on us. Moreover, let's get the talking about the immigrants and stuff. This is it's 37. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword, nigger, coon, porch monkey, tar baby, all that among all nations, whither the Most High shall lead thee. Here it is for those people that come into our neighborhoods. You know, with all the stores and shit. The stranger, 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Who all does this describe? You may have a few other nations that a few of these might apply to, but every single one. 45, here's my point. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee, these curses, for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. So these things also help identify who's who and who's not. Those people over there in the Holy Land are not under these curses. They've got nukes. They have people helping them with whatever they, I mean, until like lately, because everybody's like, fuck you, you know, because they're recognizing that, no, this shit don't add up. All right. So let's go down to 65 and 66. So here we have, among these nations, wherever we were scattered, shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Most High shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow, man. Come on, you know how it is whenever the police pull up on you. The other nations aren't going through this. 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. That's our people. All right? Continuing on. But I was going to suggest a movie. I keep pushing for, it's almost like I'm getting what. But for this particular case, because it shows you that, hey, law enforcement was involved, and still are. You got to understand, the Klan is not like, they portrayed in the days of old, Yes, they still get together and all that, but it's not like, they're integrated into the system more. All right. So, you have a lot of them that are responsible for policy, law enforcement, and they get us that way, like in this circumstances like this, an investigation. All right. Who do you think's gonna? I mean, I just read you that, anti-lynching bill, but first you have to catch them. You have to convict them. Well, you have to charge them, then you have to convict them. All right. It's all things that can happen between,
You can't track all that stuff. The rental place in Atlanta can't track that. We have technology everywhere. They can use it. Why do they need the public's help when you have all this technology? And then I looked up the population in Telfair County, and this is what I found. 9,462 people. That's it. So you telling me no one knows anything? You need the people to help you out. You need 9,462 people's help when you have all this new technology. It was a 2024 Jeep. And see, y'all know me. Y'all know I love to go into the history of a county, because the history is going to tell you everything you need to know. It's going to give you all the answers when it comes to one of our people being thrown in the river. In 2018, after recently losing to a team that included black athletes at a Georgia State tournament, 8 tennis players from Telfair County High School reportedly shared online a photo of themselves wearing white bags over their heads, and they are now facing discipline for doing so. So you telling me in high school, is students putting bags over their heads because they got beat by black athletes? And here's the picture. In the same county. So who do you think they get there from? But check this out. It gets darker. 23 years after the death of a young black man found handcuffed and